Hello everybody, welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos and you're watching my channel of Facilitated Light, well-being, working toward being your most true, authentic self, doing the shadow work that needs to be done, make it comfortable for you all. These videos find you when they need to. It is a timeless message, so when it's being done, it's relative to the collective. So right now, there's a message I asked for, something that you guys needed to know, to understand, to be able to evaluate in your life, or something that needed to be addressed, understood. Okay, so we'll see what messages come out. So when this is being done, it is relative to the collective in the world. That is everybody that is here, basically, on an overall energy. Okay. And then if you find it later, then it's something that you personally might be dealing with, or something that your guides would like you to be aware of. The channel was being designed originally, I was going to do videos and just, see, because I read cards and stuff. But what has happened is that it's a channel that, it's not about money. If you want to subscribe, it lets you know when the new videos come out, because when I read for the collective, in essence that it will probably hit, or I do an overall energy. I do read professionally, and I can read like a fortune teller, but I'm more of like a tarot therapist, so you can understand my mission or what I work on. Usually I'm working on people with fight or flight, things you need to address, things you don't know what's wrong, but you know something's wrong. So we're gonna dive in and just see what is happening for you all. Spirit guides, angels, we ask you for your wisdom. Use me as your vessel. All right, so first card is Transcend Attachments. So at this moment, there could be things that you are attached to because they've been a part of your life. How do I say this? Right now, we are moving into that progression from 3D to 5D. Welcome back if you're used to being here. Welcome in if you're new. So if you want to learn more about some of the stuff, I've been talking about the shift that's been happening in society, in the world. We are moving from a heavier or more connected to the earth 3D energy. We've been in this for a very long time, but the progression is that we are going into 5D. So we are moving from a 3D, heavy, dense, very materialistic, earth, goods, control, things of that nature, to now there's a 4D space that we're kind of floating in, which is time and space itself, because we're in between. And then 5D, if we get there, if you bridge it, if you want to go, if your soul wants to go, because you as a biological person and the soul that fires your body and makes it go and move, we're going toward 5D. But what happens is, in the midst of 3D to 5D, there are certain things that we've been programmed to believe, think, want. Especially the older you are, the harder it's going to be, unless you are already transitioning. Because when we moved into the age of Aquarius, we moved from earth energy, which is like 3D, very grounding, very base, to air energy, which is more freedom. Think of air. It's movement, it's learning, it's communication, it's expansion, and it's also winter. So what has been happening in our 600-year cycles, because it goes 4 different suits, 4 different elements, 4 different energies. When we move into this one, this is winter. So this season is about being quiet, evaluating. Old systems are dying, because in about 120 years, we're going to be ushering in the Wands energy, which is going to be fire. It's going to be new things, great expectations. The last one was the Renaissance and the Age of Awakening, and when they started learning new technology and new like science type of things and understanding. So it goes in a cycle. Everything's a circle. It just keeps happening, but it happens differently and it progresses differently because there probably are different moons and planets and things in the sky. So the energy is that this is the time to remove the things that don't serve you. And Mercury retrograde is happening right now too. So Mercury retrograde is appearing to go backwards, but it's causing you to have to delay, slow down, and to value and devalue some things so that you remove the things that don't serve you now, or they're not good, or they're things you're holding on to in society, in life. We are designed to keep going and to just shove, don't deal with it. It'll just go away if you don't think about it type of energy. And it's not, because what happens is when you have these traumas, these things, the things get kind of stuck in your body, they get stuck in your soul, stuck in your, you might be even dealing with things from another previous lifetime that didn't really get dealt with. So the energy now is very, very, very fired up for removing what doesn't serve you, removing the people that have been bad to you, maybe finding your path. And it doesn't have to be like, I need to find myself and move away. It's like you're going to start being different than you were like 5, 10, 20 years ago. First, naturally, time is going to change you, but there's a different energy that's affecting you. It is air energy instead of earth energy, which is earth is very grounded. It was money, and if you look at what we've dealt with in the last 150 years, that cycle was industrial revolution. It was, learning new things and coming into a new spectrum, and all the things that we've been dealing with. It's very money based. Like, we learned about the credit card system and all these things, and the money is changing. And so, but now air has made all our money and our things come into digital, like money and computers and programs in AI. That's what air rules, communication and AI and information. It's very much about thinking. Okay, so it's not really a tangible type of energy. So it's moving the way we think and function and do things in our society, because it's more of a mental thing. So we're moving into also an era that's about connecting mentally, heart space, collectively coming together instead of pulling ourselves separate. So right now, one of the things, that's what this card is talking about. And the reason I needed to explain is because some people don't know what's going on. They don't know the energy. And not that it's going to make a big difference in your life, but if you understand what's happening, you can go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Or, yeah, I've been feeling that. Like, you are in a transition point that right now, I'm going to explain it. This is not everybody, because it's not going to be everybody, but it's the majority of people are feeling like they've just landed into something, or they're just about to land into something. And the people that have not, there's a little group of people that they just want to keep things like it used to be. And that is nice for nostalgia, but it's not going to stay. You can want it, but it's not going to stay. It is moving. It is changing. We are going into a digital platform. We're going into more technology, more resources, using different resources, things of that nature. So it is going to change. And people on the majority are in this in-between 4D. They are, it almost feels like you're hanging in space and you don't feel off. Like, you can still function, you can still go to work, you still do things, but you don't really totally feel grounded or with your feet on the ground. This is probably about 50%. And then there's 25% that kind of have gotten to the other side. They've let go of all the old things. They want the new. They're trying this and that, and they're open, they're loving, they're trying to, the last 25% that are probably going in or almost into 5D, those are, I'm not saying myself, but like me, we're aware of it. We are light workers. We are helping to heal people. We are opening our voices and saying, this is what's happening. You need to release this. This is not okay. This is okay. Get ready. Things are going to shift. The society that we live in is going to change. And it's not going to be good or bad. It's just that it's going to change, because there's going to be good stuff that's happening and there's going to be bad things that come from it, because that's the realm of life. Yin, yang, light, dark, masculine, feminine. There's always a good for a bad and a bad for a good. So we need to be evaluating the baggage we're carrying, because as we come out of this 3D, and we're moving toward a higher elevated state of frequency, that means the energy and how we think and where we're going and what we want, how we approach the world. If we're gonna usher in that new timeline, that new 5D, that new way of thinking and being interconnected, and it's not a utopia, it's an interconnectedness that's gonna be and is already happening between us as a whole. We cannot get there if we're dragging a box of rocks, which is our emotions, our traumas, our people, the things that don't serve us. We're just so programmed to keep them. We are waking up. It's not that we're sleeping and like we're little robots. We kind of are, but we are becoming aware that what is happening and the powers that be that are controlling us, we're not in agreement with it, or we don't really agree. Some people might be okay, but I would say majority of people are like, something's not right. Something has to change. It's just, we're not just responding and doing what we're supposed to. We're kind of like, if you think about when a child is growing, you go through phases, and we're like coming into being a 12-year-old to a 15-year-old. We're becoming a new person. We are wanting to make our own choices. And now we're almost on the precipice of being 18, 19, leaving the house. And it's funny, this person's walking away. I didn't even realize that. We're getting ready to walk away from the things that aren't good for us, because what our parents think and what we think are two different things. If we grow up, we leave our parents' house in most cases and we go after what we want. That is what's happening in society. We're all at different levels of leaving our parents, or leaving the original ground set of what we're used to. So make sure that you are you're releasing the things that aren't growing you, and don't do something in your life because grandma always did it, or you don't even know why you're doing it. You just do it because that's what it is, because you're just used to it. You've been told this is what you're supposed to do, especially if you're not really comfortable, or you don't understand it, or you're like, it doesn't really work for me, or I'm not a part of that group because I was trying so hard to be something that I wasn't, that now I see I don't even want to try anymore. Like, I want to be me. So hopefully that will be something you work on and you grow through. What you need to evaluate is what is going to stimulate you, what is going to make you live life, not go through life. What job do you have that maybe you need a new job? What friends do you have that maybe aren't being a good influence, or they're not supporting you, or they're draining you? People in your family, are there people that are naysaying you and putting you down when the things like that? Are you talking bad to yourself? Are you in such a programmable thing, or in so much fight or flight, and like your nervous system is so exuberantly overtaxed that you are bad talk to yourself too? That's another thing. We need to treat ourselves good. We need to prioritize ourselves being important, like we're flying on the plane and the oxygen mask drops, that you've put yours on first so you can take care of everybody else. Because if you don't take care of yourself and you don't put that mask on yourself, you're going to pass out and you're going to possibly die, or you're not going to be a use to anybody. That's also the other part, taking care of yourself. You don't have to be selfish and not be intertwined with people, but you need to take care of your temple. You need to take care of your mind. You need to take care of your soul. You need to pay your bills. You need to do the things that are important to you. And you need to do what's good for your life. It is not your responsibility, unless you have little children, it's not your responsibility to fix everything or to take care of everybody. You know, we all in this society have to learn to come together and start working. And not that you have to kill yourself with work, but if everybody puts that piece in, we're all at a better understanding that we all have to do something to help society. We all have to put our part in. You know, we have to be good to people. We have to throw garbage where it's supposed to be. We're supposed to not damage the earth that grows our food and the waters that we drink or the fish live in. We need to be conscious of the things that we're doing and stop being so haphazard, because I think right now the reason we're in the state we are is nobody gives a crap about anything other than themselves in a selfish way or money. There's people that are doing things and it's wrapped around money, and money is the root of all evil only because it becomes consuming. And when you have money, money is the key to paying for things, having power, controlling. You know, it's a control thing. It's not that money is bad, it's that it can be bad because it will rule you, or it gives you that false thing that you're better than somebody, or you have the money to buy whatever you want. Because let me tell you what, if you pay somebody enough money, most times people will do the most unimaginable, terrible, or whatever things. If you say, oh, I'll give you this much money if you do this, you know, it's just like if you need something done, hey, I'll give you $20 if you go take me to the store. Somebody's like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But if you had just said it normally, if they were busy and they really, you know, they didn't have the gas money or whatever, they might be like, oh, I can't, or oh, I'm busy. But if you say, hey, I'll give you $20, there's going to be that group of people that be like, oh, okay, yeah. Would they say, if you had, they would give you $1 million if you slept with somebody, and if you had a mate or something, would you sleep with somebody if we gave you $1 million? There was a movie that was about it. And although it was very tempting, it kind of got in the way of the moral thing. Could you deal with somebody sleeping with somebody else, even if it was money? Like if because they were a couple. So keep your values and your morality on a good level, and don't try to do things to hurt other people. I mean, if you hurt other people and you don't mean to, listen, that's life. It's gonna happen. But if you are trying to hurt people, or you are trying to be above people, or you think you're better, or you are being cruel to people because you think that they're dogs, we are all on the same wavelength in the essence that we are all human. We're all here. We all play a part. And you are not better than the person that cleans the floor, because if you didn't have somebody to clean the floor, you'd live in squandering dirt and yuck. So remember that we are all needed. And remember, tell yourself that you're just as important as the doctor, the millionaire, the person. We all make the world go round. It's a group. I think that's what is coming, that we're all important. Not everybody's going to be the millionaire. Not everybody's going to be the smart person. Not everybody's going to have everything they want. It's the way life is. It's designed that we all need each other. All right, let's see if there's one more card for you. I didn't know what they were going to talk about, but they're bringing stuff out. So I hope this is helping you to understand what's happening. That card was 33. The key to walking away is that card. Okay, then we have change begins within. Yeah, it's just showing you. Exactly. This is beautiful. So you have to choose to be something better. You have to make the first step at changing the whole world around you, because when you start changing, the other people reciprocate it, or they feel your energy, or they see what it's doing to you, or they say, oh, I can't treat so-and-so like that because they don't allow it. You set the precedence on how people treat you, how they receive you, what they think of you. If you're a jerk, you're going to be perceived as a jerk, and maybe you're a jerk. You have to start with you. If you don't want people to think something about you, and you're concerned with that, then evaluate why they think that about you. Or is it legit? Has somebody started trouble? Or is it really you have not been a good person? Do you need to work on something? But the change that happens in the world comes from you and I starting to change because we want to, not because we're told to, but because we want to. Our soul is saying we need to be better than this. We want to be higher than this. We want to evolve and grow and become better humans, so that when we become better, it influences others to become better, and then the world around us would possibly become better. Okay, so let's get a couple cards. I think we need to start working on ourselves, and it's already been happening, but it's just a reminder of what we need to be focusing on and what's important, or what is on the forefront of what we're thinking. I think everybody's feeling it. Like, the reason it's been so hard as a transition is because 2020, when COVID happened, was initially when this energy changed. And when an energy changes, it's kind of wonky because some people have already started doing it and some people are still in the old energy. But as we come across the threshold, say this is the old energy, this is the new, this is how it is. It's not like this, it's like this. So as we move, we're still in this energy, but then now half of us are being affected by the old energy and half of us are being affected by the new energy. And then eventually when we get to about here, which is probably in the next couple years, usually it takes about, I would say, 5 to 10 years in this transition, because you can't just go poof, we're in a new energy and you're new. It doesn't happen like that. Everything moves in like a wave, and there's no set time. Everybody feels it and grows and changes at their own pace. So when we get to here, this is the energy of air, and that's where we're moving. And I think that's why it's ushering us into 5D, because between the planets that are in the sky and the astrology, if you know astrology, the planets and the astrology and the astrological and the flares and everything that's happening now is like the precipice to push us into this new frequency, and it's all showing up if you read or understand all that. So know that this is everybody moving into a better place, and those that don't want to change, they're not moving into the new timeline. They'll either choose to go back to the ethers or to be reborn so they can handle the new 3D. So not that you're going to die, that you're going to kill yourself. It's that something could happen that we don't know. We are growing forward with a future that's not set. And we, as the community, are setting it up. So as a reader and as people, we can't see too far ahead or be able to really be definitive about what's happening, because in this time, it's new. That's what's so cool. I can't see super far ahead. I can kind of get an energy, but there was a point when it was happening, because I don't think we were supposed to know, or it was merging into these two timelines coming together, and then they were going to split. When they split, we could converge into two type of worlds in an essence, because some people are going to be changing and some people are going to want to stay in that old world, and they can both coincide, but you're not going to be in each other's world like day to day. That's all. You just won't understand them. You'd be like, what's wrong with them? Like, they just won't resonate with you. All right, Manta Rays, we got, actually, I'll let you see it. Sorry. Isn't it pretty? Find serenity in graceful movement and let life's currents carry you to new heights. Yes. And it's graceful. That was the word. It's not a quick thing. Anything that's an energy move, in most cases, unless it's meant to be your awakening, it's meant to be a trauma to trigger something, it's usually very smooth and it flows. Okay, it's why I think I love water. I'm called to be by the ocean, so I'm hoping that it's just the energy and the movement and water. In salt water, if you ever want to be, I don't know why this is coming up, if you ever want to be relaxed, put your feet and actually immerse into the ocean. It's got salt, it's got water, it's got earth, it's got air, it's got all the beautiful elements. And if you're out there, the sun is shining on you, so you are getting all the elements at one time. And as you stand on the sand, you get the electricity and the frequency from the earth that is magnified and amplified while you submerge yourself in that water. Beautiful. I mean, honestly, if you can get your butt in that water, you don't have to stay in forever, but just go into the water and allow your body to go, as even if it's just like to here, or it's up to you, go in that water and allow yourself to be present in all the elements at one time. It is It really is. If you are trying to grow or clear or ground, it's the best. It truly is. All right, your last card here is Siren's Call. Follow the call of your heart and let its melody guide you to your true purpose. These cards are setting up beautifully. This is what it is. That's why you don't know what you want, because your true purpose, not the program purpose, what the world was telling you, your true purpose from your soul is trying to emerge. It's trying to come out. It's trying to say, hey, we came here for something else. We didn't just come here. I always say, this is my thing. We didn't come here to drink margaritas. Oh, that's nice. We came here to do something. We came here to grow, to be a help to society, to help this transition. The people that were born in this time's chunk, I would say, like 60s, 70s, 80s babies, a little bit of 90s. We were born specifically to help these people usher in the new life, the new changes, the new world. And it can be right here in front of you. But if you are honest with yourself, you don't feel like you used to. The energy and the world is changing around you. And we have to adapt. We have to make ourselves higher. We need to release our grip on the things that used to be so we can make room for new things, to heal the things. That's why with this energy, we're in the Ace of Swords, which is about revealing knowledge, understanding things. That's why all these Epstein files and the child abuse and the rape and all these things, the government frauds, all of it, it's all coming out because it needs to be purged for everybody, including the government, the world, the systems. Everything has to be purged. And it's about healing. It's about understanding what has happened and dealing with it, addressing it, acknowledging that it's real, it happened, and it should not happen. Okay, so that is the energy that's presenting itself. Like I said, this is today. If you have gotten this far and you're listening to it, there was something in this message that you needed to hear. A tidbit. It's like I said, it was understanding, addressing something, or something you needed to be aware of to kind of make sense of your life, or things you needed to do. So we're going to end with one last card. I hope this kind of just gives you, it wasn't like I said anything miraculous, but it was a good explanation of the energy that's happening right now to kind of allow you to be a part of it and understand maybe if you're feeling weird or you feel like you're wanting to change and you don't know why all of a sudden I want something different. That's the energy. That it's recalibrating you to the energy that's coming in. It's a very logic. It's a very what do I need to do to fix it? You're in your mind. You're very much considering what you want for the future, and it's different. It's not probably the same as what you've always wanted. You're almost like, I really want this is what I'm working toward. Like, I'm in a point, I'm trying to learn a new thing, because I said I've been doing my da-da-da-da-da for 30-40 years, and I just want something different. It's not that I can't do it, that I hate it. I just want something different. So I'm starting to feel it, because before I really wasn't. I was thinking I could do this and that, and I'm really moving away from the old energy, and I'm pushing into a new purpose, a new place. And I think this new thing that I'm pursuing, which is totally different, I'll reveal it once it's there, I think it's going to put me in contact with the next group of people that need me. Okay, so it's going to be a good adventure. I'll share soon. Oh, this is the instruction one. So this makes me think this is the instructions. So figure out and have a plan. This makes me think, like, have a plan, figure out what you want to do, there's a way to go about things, get yourself organized, go step by step. That's what's also making me think, go step by step, and don't try to rush it. Do one thing at a time and make a plan of action, and you're going to be more likely to get where you need to be than if you didn't have a plan. Okay, so maybe right now is like planning and taking the steps that you need. Woo, I guess that one wanted to come out. All right, so I think we've gotten this one recently. All right, you need to keep quiet if your words will not help the situation. Think before you speak. Yeah. Ask yourself if what you want to say will help, otherwise keep it to yourself. So this is growing yourself. This is being aware of the words and things that you put out in the world, that maybe before everybody was a little too free to just say whatever they felt, snarky, good, bad, ugly, whatever, that maybe it's a time where we need to take consideration of our words before we just throw stuff out, that we think about what we're saying, or that we, how am I going to say this? Well, I guess mind your own damn business. It's none of your business. Just shut up. And if you have nothing good to add or nothing you're going to do to help, don't complain, don't whine, don't put bad stuff, don't gossip, don't talk crap about people, or don't even worry about other people's lives unless they ask you what you think. It's shut up. Don't say it, okay? Focus on you. That's one of the main things that I've noticed in the old energy, is everybody was worried about everybody. Oh, they need to do it this way. Like, if you didn't do things the way everybody else did, oh, there's something wrong with you. And it's going to be such a beautiful energy that you can be who you want to be. And nobody's going to tell you, oh, why are you doing it like that? That's not how everybody does it. Because they're going to be doing their own thing too. We need to focus on our life, our path, our choices. And when other people are affecting it, then we could worry about what they're doing. But if they're not affecting your life, or they don't ask for your opinion, I think we need to keep it to ourselves. We're going to get an angel number. Oh, look at that. 444. Protective magic. Your prayers are heard. You are being heard. Be assured that your angels are guiding you, surrounding you, and always answering your prayers for protection. It may be a time of struggle, but you are being led into the light by divine forces. Take a moment now to thank your angels for the protective presence in your life. So some of us have needed that. If you're praying for protection, they're saying they hear you, and that your prayers are being answered. Take care of yourself. Love yourself as much as you love your possessions. Love your kids, your family, but love them protectively, and love them with a wise mind, that they don't manipulate you or make you feel a way that is not conducive of love and of growth. Okay, so you're going to be walking down a good path, getting yourself, figuring out what you want, trying to ground yourself, getting on a path that's going to lead you towards something better, knowing that we're in that transition. So you're going to be a little wonky, a little off, and that it's not going to stay like that. It's going to change, it's going to happen. But this time during Mercury retrograde is the time for you to focus on what needs to be taken out, removed, and addressed, so that you can go into the next stages of your life and have this happiness and joy that you probably couldn't feel before. Guys, have a great day and enjoy.